You trying to tell me something? You trying to tell me to shut up? My 3 monkeys. Yes, I have a board across the stairwell so the cats can walk across it. It's a little catwalk. Eleanor, where you going? We have treats. Hold on. Hey, sweetheart. Hi, Eleanor. I'm gonna go to work. I'll miss your little mischievous face for a couple days. Yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a good spot. Oh, I got a good spot. Okay. I'll see you soon. Oop. Bye, handsome. Bye, handsome. I gotta go to work. Hello? Oh, I know you don't want me to go. Hey guys, hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I just said goodbye to Eleanor and Buddy. I have to go to work. I could not. Oh, there's Claire. There's Claire Bear. Do you see Claire? Well, you see all cat toys. Do you see Claire Bear? Hi. That cat. All right, so I'm going to work. I have to be at my crew room by 4:25, something like that. And then I'm flying to Detroit. Yes, honey. Do you hear him? I have to go to Detroit tonight. Then that's it. I've got like 14 hours there. Oh, all right. I'm going to say goodbye to Buddy one more time, and then I have to go to work. Toodaloo. See you at the airport. So frustrated. 2 shuttles just left in a row, seeing me walking towards them, which is weird that one of them didn't just stop and wait, because they have in the past, but thank God it's only 94 degrees outside, not like 115, so I'll survive. It's just irritating to see them pull away from me. The parking lot is packed. I've never seen it this full. All right, getting to the airport. I have about 25 minutes before my check-in, which is not a lot of time for me. I like to be in the crew room at least a half hour before check-in. I am breathing very heavy. I'm winded. My chest is very congested. For some reason, I did not take my allergy pill 2 days in a row. So this morning, I woke up like struggling to breathe. And right now, I'm hardly able to pull my bag. People are going to think I have COVID. So I just ran to Starbucks because I need it. And I get to the Starbucks and I'm breathing heavy. My chest is so congested. I'm breathing heavy anyway, but I run there and this very nice lady who walked in there just before me let me go ahead of her. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice of you. Thank you. So I placed my order and I bought her tall iced macchiato as a gesture out of, you did me one, I'll do you one. And then, small talk. She is going to Detroit on my plane. And, one sec, hold on. Turns out she's on my flight, but she is separated from her kids because they had random seat assignments. And so we chatted. I'm going to fix the seat assignments if the gate agent can't or won't. So it was just a very, very happy meeting of people. All right, I have to sit down for a minute and breathe. Oh. Hey guys, hi. So we've been delayed a couple hours so far. We were supposed to take off at like, I don't even know, what, 5:30, something like that. But somebody called out. We suspect that somebody called out. And then there were no reserves available. So far crew scheduling hasn't contacted us, but we suspect with the delay that they've written into this new schedule that they're trying to find somebody. They've given themselves like 2.5, 3 hours to find a new crew member to come work the flight. They have to give the person they're calling at least 2 hours notice of a flight. So that's why we think we've been delayed this far. But that flight attendant has not showed up yet. So, and right now it is 6:10. So who knows? It is giving me a moment to tuck into a burrito bowl that I got at Moe's because that little bit of lunch I had earlier this afternoon is now gone and I'm starving. So I'm gonna tuck into my burrito bowl and then we'll see what happens. Hey guys, hi. I'm in Detroit. It is 2:25. I have a 2 p.m. van tomorrow, so I've got plenty of time to sleep and relax. It's not a long layover, but it could be worse. I could have 8 hours, right? So I think when I saw you last, we were waiting for a crew member to show up. Whoever was supposed to be working with us, I think they must have called out sick at the last minute or something. So the flight was delayed, I believe, in order to find a replacement. Well, the airline sent an ACARS message to this poor guy who was flying in from Dallas, I think. He was supposed to have a layover in Vegas, but surprise, surprise, on reserve, anything could happen. And so he was told that he had to work the flight with us to Detroit. So good guy, really good guy, wasn't grumpy at all. He's brand new. He's probably graduated a month ago. I mean, really brand new. He's been on 4 or 5 trips. Super nice guy, really, really good guy. You know, when he was doing, we're boarding and we're finished boarding and just getting settled in, you know, doing compliance checks and things. And I'm making my announcements and I add a little bit about, hey guys, I want to have everyone give my coworker here, Chris, a little applause in that he was just pulled off another flight to work this flight to Detroit. This flight could have been further delayed or worse if he did not work this flight with us. So I want to have everyone give a little applause to my coworker for stepping up and being a good guy, you know, and everyone gave lots of applause. And from front to back, the entire aircraft, the demeanor was lovely. We had wonderful passengers tonight and they were just all really just great. And I think they were all just grateful to be out of Vegas. So great flight. In fact, at one point I was doing a trash run, walking up and down the aisle with my little bag. And under my breath, I was singing along to a Backstreet Boys song. I don't even know which one, but I was in the best mood. And I'm like, oh my God, these people are so nice. I get up to the front, to the galley, and I'm throw the trash bag away. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is like the best leg I've worked in weeks. And then the smoke alarm goes off. Now, if you're a flight attendant, you know that a fire in a lavatory could potentially be catastrophic, right? If you aren't a flight attendant and don't know about airplanes, there are oxygen systems running throughout the entire aircraft. In the flight deck, lavatories, the cabin, everywhere, there are oxygen systems. Oxygen and fire, flames, not a good thing at 37,000 feet, 38,000 feet, right? So when that alarm goes off in the lavatory that there is a smoke and God bless the flight deck, to the captain and the first officer, all they see is a big red sign that goes boom, 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 fire, fire. And there's a huge loud alarm going off, which they have to turn off. But it's terrifying for the flight deck because all they hear out of the blue is fire. So it's in lavatory A, which is right next to me. Again, I have to treat this as if it's a catastrophic potential emergency, right? To save the life of everybody on board, right? So instinct and my, I'm loud. If anything, I'm loud. I'm as loud as I am balding, okay? I'm loud. Every guy I've ever dated at one point has gone, Steven, just bring your voice down. So I use these knuckles right here and I go on that door, bang, 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 bang. And it's like a hammer. I swear it's loud. And I'm like, open this door right now. Of course, everyone in the first 4 or 5 rows is like, what's going on, right? Nobody had their camera out, which is nice. And no answer, no movement, no response. After a moment, bang, 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 bang. Open this door right now or I will. He opens the door and the poor thing is terrified. He is, I'm laughing now, but I was not happy then. This little guy was obviously startled that he was caught. He must have been vaping in there because it smelled very sweet. And our lavatories, especially a 319, aren't naturally sweet smelling, if you get my drift. Well, He goes rushing back to his seat saying, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. And he scurries back to his seat. Cause I'm fairly tall. I'm 6'2", and very commanding, especially when you've just been doing something wrong. And I'm wearing wings, which is not a badge, but I'm in control of the situation here. So he goes scurrying back to his seat and he sits down, and I pull up my manifest just to have it ready. And now in this situation, I have to write a report, which is not something I want to do, but it's a safety issue. So I have to write a report, and ideally the company wants me to have his ID, or just so I can verify it is indeed the person who is in that seat assignment. So, but getting an ID from somebody who's just done something wrong on the airplane is like taking candy from a baby. It's not easy, So they resist, and they don't do it. They don't give it to you. So I walked over, and using a very similar voice as I used when he was in the laboratory, not as loud, but commanding. I'll say that. That's what it was. Commanding. I used my mother's voice, honestly. I said, sir, you have 1 minute to give me your ID and your boarding pass. And it took him 15 seconds, and he gave me his ID and his boarding pass. I confirmed against my manifest, which I have a copy of in my pocket, that it was indeed this person. And he's like, I didn't do anything. And the woman next to him, I don't know who she was. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. And I gave Philip his ID and his boarding pass to give back to the passenger, because I didn't want to talk to him, because I would have, I don't know what I would have said. But it was startling. It really was startling. I have had the misfortune of being up on the flight deck, which is where the pilot and the first officer sit, when that smoke alarm has gone off. It's scary. It's terrifying, because for them, it's a big, in red letters, fire. And there's a very loud klaxon-like alarm going off in the cabin, in the flight deck. It's a fire alarm, because it's potentially, as I think I've said, catastrophic. There are oxygen systems going from the entire length of the aircraft. And if fire and oxygen meet, it's a big party, okay? And it's not a good ending. So I have to treat things as if it were what it was, potentially catastrophic. So that was the leg. So it was the sweet, lovely, pleasant flight full of really, really nice, grateful people. And I was literally singing along thinking, oh my God, what a nice flight. And then that happened. Oh God, it's always something. It's always something. But we did manage to catch a few minutes up in the air. So we landed just a little bit late. I think I already told you the time. It's just about 2:30 now. And I have about 11 and a half hours before I have to be downstairs. So I'm going to snack on some yogurt, maybe some carrot sticks, and then jump in bed, because tomorrow we have a very long day. We fly from here. I think we do an Atlanta turn out of Detroit and then end up in Orlando. It's a very long day, with a 2-hour sit. I know, but I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Hey guys, all right, so an alarm on my phone just told me, Steven, you have 15 minutes before your shuttle. I set like 50 alarms when I'm on a layover, so I have 15 minutes now to get downstairs. Enough time to chat with you for a minute, and then I'll go down. I've just done a once over and then a twice over in my room looking for power cords and stuff that I don't want to leave behind, because I've left behind 2 power cords over the past month. Not good. I've since replaced them. Now I have extras. But something silly, I lost my toiletry kit, my dot kit. I don't know how, I don't know where, and it's not as bad as when a lady leaves behind a cosmetic kit, because, cosmetics cost a lot more than what I had in my bag. But I had a fairly expensive eye cream that I really enjoy. I'm not going to say what it is, because some of you out there is going to buy it, and I don't want you to. And then I had a Laura Mercier concealer that I rarely used, but I liked having in my bag just in case. That was fairly expensive, but the other stuff was just like toothpaste and a razor and blah, blah, blah. I'm just irritated because I hate leaving things behind. It feels like a stupid thing for me, but whatever. It happens to people, right? Right? So I'm going to have to go out and search for a new dot kit or a toiletry bag. Please do not send one to me. That's just not a request, because I have very specific details about a bag that I want. And I'm not going to say what it is, because someone out there is going to be like, oh, let me get one for him. Please don't. I love you, but please don't. I'll find the bag I want. In the meantime, I'm using one of those little mini small packing cubes. I'm not team packing cubes. Some people are. You have to pack the packing cube and then pack the cube in your bag, and it just seems like a lot more work than necessary. So I'm not a fan of packing cubes. I have some. I just don't like using them. So for now, I have a packing cube full of some odds and ends, but it's not like the stuff I really like, So over the next week or two, I'm just going to try to put together my dot kit again, the way I like it to be, and then try and find a bag I really like, which will be a struggle, but blah, blah, blah. That's the biggest problem I have in my life right now. Isn't that great? I'm so happy. Today, oh my God, today is going to be very long. I think I told you last night what it's going to be, but we do an Atlanta turn out of Detroit, and then we fly to Orlando, and I think we have a 2-hour sit. But I'm with my coworker Philip, who I adore. He lifts my mood no matter what. So he's like natural. I was gonna say natural MSG, but that would mean he's savory and salty. I'll leave it. I'll just end there. So I'm gonna gather my phone case, my badge, and put my mask on, and then get out of here. I will see you guys at the airport. Hey guys, hi. So we're in Atlanta. Do you know why I grew a beard? Do you want to see why I grew a beard? Look at this. See this? Oh my God. And then this. Look. Yeah.
I'm done with you, Steve.
Yeah. I need some surgery. Or a weight loss. I don't know. So the flight to Atlanta was fine. No problem. Easy breezy. Beautiful. We were full. Very full flight. We are just as full going back to Detroit. Hoping for as easy a flight going as it was coming here. And then, of course, as you know, we have one leg to Orlando. So, fun. That's it so far. So I have nothing really to say. So I will see you in Detroit. All right, so that flight from Atlanta to Detroit was great. Lovely. Everyone was lovely. We had a couple of masked people in the back, I guess, because I kept hearing requests to wear their mask, but I didn't have any problems at all. Nothing in the front. Great flight. Hour and 28 minutes, so I can't complain. The leg to Orlando from here will take a little bit longer, but nothing crazy. So it's almost over. 2 out of 3 legs, done. Very happy. And the next leg is going to be super nice and super great. I just know it. So I'm just hoping I'm not cursing myself, but I'll see you in Orlando. Hey guys, hi, welcome to Orlando. It is just about 2 o'clock in the morning, a little past. Got in the room about 40 minutes ago, and I ate dinner, a big piece of chicken with some pesto, because I really hadn't eaten anything. I had some macaroni and cheese for lunch. I had a yogurt at some point today and a cup noodle probably like 6 hours ago. And that's all I ate today, which is weird because I usually eat a fair amount. So I ate that. I was just famished. Tonight's last leg of the day was fantastic. Just great. Just really nice, patient, loving, kind people. A person in the second row, this young lady, she was a giggler. Have you ever broken into like a laughing jag where you couldn't stop laughing, even though the thing that was funny wasn't funny and it was a half hour ago, but you're still laughing? She was giggling, and it was giggles for probably an hour of a 2.5 hour flight. She just couldn't stop herself. And I had a couple good fun one-liners, and that just pushed her further and further over the edge. Pretty much everyone around her was enjoying, and it kind of lightened the mood. The young lady in front of her was trying to sleep, so She wasn't too happy about the situation, but for the most part, it was a very nice flight. Really nice people. Um, this today, the whole day, I didn't know how loud the air conditioner was until it turned off. The whole day reminded me a lot of what it was like to fly pre-pandemic, and it reminded me of why I love my job and my airline really so much. My airline, I just love them. The passengers, I love my passengers. Sometimes who I work for. I work for a low cost airline, and sometimes they require a little more love, and a little more patience. But for the most part, our guests, our passengers are just everyday real people getting from point A to point B. Sometimes they're on vacation, sometimes they're traveling for unpleasant reasons, but they're just real everyday people. And no, I'm not afraid of someone in diamond class not appreciating a joke, or if I spilled a soda or whatever. I don't have to worry about someone of a certain class being upset or displeased or whatever. My guests, they're all first class, when you're on my plane. But I just love our guests and my airline. Now that we've survived this little meltdown that we had, I'm back in love with my company. But it was just a good day. It was a really good day. Working with Philip is always nice, although I missed him tonight because he was all the way in the back and I was all the way in the front. Have I even stopped to breathe? I've been talking nonstop for like 3 minutes. But yeah, I missed Philip. I really didn't see him much today. He was all the way in the back. But yeah, that was today. That was the day. It was a very long day. Tomorrow we have a 10:30 van. I'm hoping to wake up a few minutes early so I can grab some breakfast. It's not a great breakfast, but it's free. We have a 11:30 show, and then we have one leg to Newark tomorrow. That should be about 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2.5 hours. So a very easy day, knock on wood. And that's it. So I think I'm going to crawl in bed. I am toast. No need for melatonin tonight. I'll promise you that. But I will see you tomorrow. All right. Toodaloo. Night. Good morning, guys. Hi. So it's almost 10:15. I have to be downstairs by 10:30 for the shuttle. I did not wake up early for breakfast. It is not worth it here at this hotel. The eggs aren't that fantastic. The bacon is thin and kind of wilted and kind of wimpy. I like crispy bacon. So I just had a yogurt and a protein drink for breakfast. That's enough. I did not get as much sleep as I was hoping for. Not unusual on a short layover like this. So I may have gotten 5 hours, but I doubt it. I doubt I got even 5. But I struggled to get to sleep, and then I struggled to stay to sleep. And then this morning when I woke up before my alarm. I mean, it's just awful. But what do I do? Today is one leg, though, to Newark. So super easy. I'll get a little caffeine at the airport. We'll have some time. One leg to Newark. The best part of being a line holder is, for the most part, knowing what you're doing that day. There are always times where things might change a little bit, reroutes, things like that. But with my airline, reroutes are pretty rare. I think I've only been rerouted like 5 or 6 times in 4.5 years. So it's not a big deal at my airline. So chances are it's one leg to Newark. I don't have to worry about being, thrown around the whole country as a line holder. As a reserve, well, the story can be different there. But blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get the remainder of my protein drink, go downstairs, and make my way to the airport. I will see you there. All right, guess who got randomed in security? Yeah, yours truly. We got here easily a half hour, hoping to get food or coffee or something, but the lines are so long that I really don't have any hope. Philip is giving it a good college try, but I'm unwilling to wait that long for food. So I have a yogurt in my bag. Maybe on the plane I'll open up some chicken I have, but yeah, not a great morning so far, but one leg to Newark, so easy peasy. I'll see you in Newark. Hey guys, hi. So I'm in my hotel room here in Newark. I've been in my room about 40 minutes or so. It's just past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Our van time is at 5:40 tomorrow morning. I didn't bring my laptop because I didn't think my layovers were going to be long enough to really actually use it. But yeah, so this layover, I have a good book, I have HGTV, and I have YouTube, so I should manage just fine. So let's do a quick hotel room tour. You know, I don't do them very often, but this is a kind of a new room for me. New for me, not new for the late 90s. But let's do a quick hotel room tour. All right, here's the view outside the room. Not unusual for us to see a highway view, but at least this is, you know, a wide open view, and I'm pretty high up. I can see the airport, which is right ahead of us. You can see air traffic control, that tower right there. And if you look off to the right of the air traffic control there, really in the distance, let's zoom in a little bit, you'll see the skyline of New York City right there. Ta-da! So that's my view. Let's check out the bathroom. As usual, start there. So big vanity, nicely lit mirror. I'm really digging the artwork here. It's like a image of a subway train under glass. A shower, boring. Outside the door, there is the bathroom. There is a large mirrored barn door, which is positioned perfectly so that you can sit on the toilet and look at yourself in possibly the most awkward position ever. So how much fun is that, right? Oh, yeah. Hello. We have TV, coffee stuff down there. There's no microwave, unfortunately. This little brown navy black combo I'm really digging. The bed looks perfect. The bed looks like a piece of pastry from a French bakery. Little desk, this little fake zebra wood. This little settee here, this little chair, I love this. My cats would love this thing. Can you see my cats perched on the arm there? Oh my God, they would love this thing. And I like the artwork. There you go, there's my room. So I have a schedule for next month. I did get my line for October. I don't know why I bid for this as my first choice, but I got my first choice. It includes 3 of the same trip where I have a long Newark layover, and I forget what else, but 3 trips where I have a very long Newark layover, so I can go into the city. I haven't been to New York really, honestly, for a while. I don't even remember when, maybe once during the pandemic, but I might go into town because, again, it's been a long time. Even just to walk around Central Park and maybe go into a restaurant or something. I have my vaccination card because you need it to go into places, I think, in New York. But if the Met is open, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I would love to go in. So I have 3 long layovers scheduled. I've got a couple other smaller trips, shorter trips, tucked into that schedule I might swap out of, but it's a chaser line. I know. I keep telling you I'm going to make a video about being a chaser. It's a chaser line, so I'm not thrilled about that, but whatever. So we'll see what happens. I'll go over my October schedule more in depth once I finish playing with it. Open time, I should say, yeah, open time starts on the 26th, I think it is, so I can start playing with my schedule at the end of September. I can try to swap out of stuff then. So I'll tell you about my October schedule once it is finalized. Until then, in the meantime, I should say, I'm going to jump in that bed, or jump on the bed. Not jump, but I'm going to lay down comfortably on the bed with my book, my water bottle, and some animal crackers, and just sit there and just relax and read, maybe with the TV on the background, and just kind of chill, you know. I have nothing else to do, a relaxing trip. There's not enough time to go into the city, of course, but that's it. So the next time I see you will probably be tomorrow morning on the way to the airport. So I will see you then. Have a good day. Before I take a nap, I forgot to debrief you on what happened today. Nothing. It was wonderful. I'm really getting used to these days where there aren't any problems. I did have one guy who was up in front who was like kind of struggling with wearing his mask over his lip. And I asked him pleasantly, could you please just pop it over your nose? And he got really upset. just really spontaneously upset, just for a minute. He's like, give me a minute, give me a minute. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. The guy's built like a superhero. I mean, he's so athletic and very young. I said, sir, could you just please put it over your nose, please? And he's like, give me a minute. And he like snaps it on his, oh my God. All right, do you feel better? I didn't say that, but I wanted to. But otherwise, the flight was great. The interesting thing, the only novel thing about today's flight and tomorrow, because I'm working with the same crew, is there were 4 gay men in the cabin. I know, you just thought, Stephen, aren't all male flight attendants gay? No, you'd be very surprised. I was that I'd say a majority of male flight attendants are straight, at least in my experience in my airline. I way more than half. I think the stereotype that men in the industry are gay is totally incorrect. I would honestly say a majority of men I work with are heterosexual, and certainly not gay. So to actually be on a cabin with 4 gay men on a flight just felt very strange. And I only realized it after the flight was almost over. And it was just a lot of fun. Not that I don't love my straight brothers, of course, but there's something just very easy and relaxing about, working with 3 other guys that are kind of like you, in the same languages, the same thoughts, the same kind of eye, like, oh, wait, it was just really great to work with 3 other gay men, and we're all going to work again tomorrow. So very happy about that. And there you go. That was my day. Now I'm going to jump in that bed and just relax, chill, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Hi. It is 5:18 in the morning, and this is quite possibly the worst sleep I've ever had in my adult life. I got in bed just to read a book and relaxed, chilled, fine. And then I guess I went to sleep, or tried to get to sleep, about 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I woke up at 11, and I have been up since. Yeah. So I don't know how. Hey guys, how are you? So it's about 5:20 in the morning. I quite possibly have had the worst sleep I've ever had in my adult life. I mean, really. I got in bed last night, probably around, I don't know. Guys, good morning. So it is 5:19 in the morning, and I quite possibly had the worst night's sleep I've had in my adult life. I got in bed last night, I sat in bed reading a book, ate a little bit, and about, I guess, 8 o'clock, I decided to get to sleep because I had to wake up by like 4:20, I woke up at 11 o'clock last night, and I have not been back to sleep. I just could not get back to sleep. The harder I tried, the more I stayed awake. So I'm like toast. I have an energy drink in my bag. I don't have much in the way of breakfast, and they don't have anything here for us. So I have that energy drink. I had a protein drink in my room. That's about it. So cross your fingers. I have a 5-hour flight ahead of me. Let's see if I make it. Right, I lied. The hotel's grab-and-go breakfast looks like a generic Happy Meal. Look at this. And inside, there's a bagel, an orange juice, piece of lemon loaf, and an orange. Hey, all right, the day's looking up. Get the heck out of here. 4 hours, 48 minutes, 168 passengers, 2 wheelchairs, a partridge in a pear tree. Hey guys, how are you? So as you can see, I'm back in my car here in Vegas. It is 10:02 in the morning. I'm not quite sure how I made it back to Vegas today, because I only had maybe 3 hours of sleep, honestly, maybe 3. But I had an iced latte getting to the plane, and then I had a Bing like an energy drink on the plane, and somehow magically that was enough caffeine to get me here in one piece. Today's flight was kind of a mixed bag. Nothing really happened. It was just a lot of work. I've never seen more people use lavatories on an airplane than today. If you're a flight attendant and you've used your own flight attendant panel, we call it a FAP, FAP, in the front of the aircraft. It shows, waste and water amounts. It shows temperature and lighting and things like that. Well, we were up at like 70% on waste. It was nonstop. The biggest challenge was really having a bunch of people who didn't understand English very well, and none of them followed really any direction we gave. So people were up during surprisingly rough turbulence. It was a lot of, it felt like a lot of herding cats. That's what it kind of felt like. But for the most part, everyone was nice. It's just that they just didn't follow any of the directions we gave them. But thankfully, every time I got frustrated, because I was getting frustrated at near the end of the trip, thankfully we had a bunch of really nice people, especially up in front, that I could chat with. We had another ICU nurse up in front with me, and we didn't go as dark as I did last time I talked with some of our ICU nurses that we've met, but just had a really great group of people up in front that whenever I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose my patience, I could chat with them and my mood was lifted. So thank God for them. But it was a long leg. It was almost 5 hours, 4 hours and 40 something minutes. Yeah, that was it. So the trip was, for the most part, great. Sorry, I have the windows down and I'm right by the airport. For the most part, the trip was amazing. We had some really great customers, passengers. My lips are chapped. I was working with my friend Philip. We had some fun chasers. So yeah, it could have been much worse. The only fly in the ointment was that one gentleman who was vaping in the lav that day. But otherwise, it was a good trip. So I think I'm going to leave this here and this here. I need to go home, give the cats a little love, some treats, and then I need a nap. I need a big nap, and then a donut. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining, and fly safe. Bye.